The carrot lamp is still here in case anyone was wondering. Okay, well today we are in Thurmont, Maryland, and we are sitting outside of the Goodwill. We're about to head in and see what we can find to buy and flip for a profit. So here we go. All right, well let's kick it off here in the figurines today. It's kind of a cute little cloche with some flowers inside. And our kitty with the weird eyes is still here. The feature on knickknacks this week is actually cats, which is kind of exciting, but I think I'm still gonna leave this cat on the shelves. maybe we'll find another cat. This is neat. That is, what is that? It kind of looks like a half doll, but I think it's just a little bust. And there is some damage on the petals, so I'm not gonna take that with me. This is a, is that Pioneer Woman? And now I know that Pioneer Woman was originally sold at Walmart, but some of the retired Pioneer Woman can be worth money. So I'm going to stick this in my cart. If it is, in fact, Pioneer Woman, let's double check. Maybe it is. Okay, I'm going to stick that in here. I'm going to look up this pattern. We'll see if it's worth grabbing. See if it's a retired pattern. Newer stuff obviously doesn't have much value, but I know that, and I've showed you guys before, some of the rolling pins in the right pattern can be worth over $100, which just blows my mind. Kind of like that Wisteria collection, home interiors. She is so sweet with her cookies. $3.49 on that. All right. Look at this owl. That is made of resin. That thing is kind of wild. Oh, what is, there's a clown? What is this? He hangs. What in the world? It's kind of cool. I wonder what it is. I don't see any markings or anything, but it's a, it is obviously a clown with a parachute or something. There's something happening there. This figurine over here is very cute. Lots of shipping on the hat though, so we're not going to pick her up. There's some art pottery. Looks like it's got a bird on it. Lots of flowers and a bird, so I'll grab that. $2.49. I love little trinket dishes. And they sell pretty well for me, like consistently, not for a ton of money. It is, yes. Sweet little bunny rabbit. This is really confusing me right now. I guess this is a planter. $2.49. Big mouth. There you go. You can put your succulents in that. Okay, so here we are in vases. Give them a quick peek. Looks like there's some vintage pressed glass. It kind of has a pineapple shape to it. Wants to fall right off the shelf. Little melt glass, some pottery. I don't know, nothing's really screaming at me right now, so we're gonna keep moving. Although I kind of like the color of that. I think it's flash colored though. I don't think the glass is actually yellow. I think the yellow is applied, which means it'll probably wear off pretty easily. Glass votive. Hey, there's the underplate that goes with the creamer and sugar I bought last week. I'm gonna pick that up, $3.49. Now I have the complete set. Just makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna take a peek over here. This is actually one of my favorite aisles. I should say shelves. I guess it's a shelf. This shelf right here is one of my favorites. There's usually creamers and sugars and teacups and odds and ends. Looks like this migrated. This is cool. $17.49 on that, but I feel like that's got some age. That has hand-painted enamel on it. The enamel is very worn though. I don't know if I want to pick that up for $17.49. It's a really nice piece of glass. That in the back is really pretty. What is that? Made in China. Originally $9.99. It's very delicate.
As always, thank you for shopping at your neighborhood Goodwill.
There are some little teacups without handles, made in China. I do like the design on those. They're only 99 cents each, but I don't think I'm going to bother with them. I kind of like this jar. I suspect it's more contemporary. Let's see if I can find a place to set the lid. Just want to take a peek at the bottom. Not for food use. Okay. It's just decorative. You cannot put your food in there. I think I'm going to pass for that reason, but we will line it up there. That's a pretty picture. It looks like it has some age, and it does have an older mark on the bottom. Can't quite make it out because it's pretty faded, but I really do like that. It's all hand painted. $8.49. Is that a chip there, though? It does look like it has a chip. I don't know. It's pretty nice. $8.49. I think I'll pick that up. I don't really see anything else hanging out over here. I'll stick this in my cart. Grab that. $4.49. That is a South Carolina sweetgrass basket. So one of the problems when I find these is often that it starts to unravel, and there is some unraveling happening there, but $4.49. I'm just checking it over. A lot of the times these are signed. This one is not signed. So I don't know. Maybe it's not a South Carolina sweetgrass basket. It sure does look like one. Oh, you know what? This has more damage than I originally thought. This entire section is disconnected. So for that reason, I think I'm going to leave it behind. I don't know. Do you think that could be repaired? How much is it? $4.49. I know I sold one that needed repaired in my booth for $18. This one is $4.49. That one was in worse shape than this. I think I'll grab it, and I'll just sell it as need repair. This is a really fun coffee mug. It's $5.49. It's weird that it's sitting over here. This isn't the mug section, but I'll take that. I really love that. That is studio pottery. Some leaves on it. I don't really see a signature, so I'm not sure who makes it. We're gonna move on to the wood section. This is really, I see a lot of these. I'm curious if they do have much value, but they're very heavy lacquered live wood clocks. I come across them quite often. I mean, maybe it would be worth putting them in my booth. I don't know. I just come across them so often that maybe I should do a little research. I don't know. Here is today's selection of lamps. The carrot lamp is still here in case anyone was wondering. If you're local, you can come by and grab it. It might even be half off at this point. $7.49 is the price on that. I'll leave it here for you. Oh my goodness. I am so glad we came over to check out the mugs today because look at this. That is adorable. Woof. There is a paw print on the handle. That's all we have got to go by. Maybe a Lee? I don't know. There's two of them though. So there's this hound dog for $3.49. Definitely gonna grab that. And then there's a poodle dog. These are so fun. Looks like LAS is the artist on those. $3.49. So I tend to pick up art pottery mugs. That's more my thing. I prefer those over mass-produced mugs. But these are fantastic. I'm gonna grab those. I totally missed this fancy guy tucked into the corner. $19.99. I'm curious what the tag says. This is obviously here, this is a good learning experience. Let's pull this up. The look of it in the light. So this says Murano, made in Italy, but this is not actually made in Murano. Gosh, I can't even get the close sticker here. It says made in the technique of Murano. I don't know if you can see that sticker. It is made in Italy, But this up here in very small print says made in the technique of the artisans of, and then that's what it says in small print, and then in very big letters it says Murano, and then it says made in Italy. And so people see that really big print, Murano, and they assume I've got a piece of Murano. But you gotta read that small print, and it doesn't help that it's in Italian, but you can kind of get the gist of it. So this is not actually Murano made, it's just simply made in Italy. It just doesn't have the quality of Murano made glass. And I think this is sold at Home Goods. Jamaro. And on the tag it says made in Italy. So always be wary of those stickers and make sure you read the small print. There you go, there's a better look at it. Alright, I'm gonna set it back down now. Alright, so I pulled the cart over to the side and I did a search for Pioneer Woman butter dish. And you can get an idea for the butter dishes by Pioneer Woman and what they sell for. Here's this one with a cow on it. It sells for about 50 bucks. And even though they are contemporary, I mean, they do have value. This one right here with that crystal knob stopper sells for about 40. Here's the poinsettia, that's the Christmas one, sells for 35. Now unfortunately the one in my cart does not have very much value. Here with the shakers it sells for 26. So it is $6.49 and I think I'm going to put it back. But I just wanted to give you guys an idea for that. So I'm kind of glad that I came back to put back that butter dish because I noticed this on the shelf. This is a bottle, but it's actually etched 1876. I don't know if that says mom, because the Goodwill sticker is covering it, but that's amazing. 1876. That is a piece of history that I am holding in my hand. That's dated. That's amazing. $1.49. We're gonna grab that. All right, I had to get a closer look at this ceramic bowl down here because it has really neat feet. It is $6.49. There's no markings on it. It's just kind of funky. It looks like it has some age because of all of that crazing. I think I might grab that. It's got a nice form, so that might be a booth piece. It's very heavy. So this black cat is $3.49. I feel like it's handmade, and I feel like this is something that would probably sell out of my booth. It's a little bit primitive. I think that that orange ribbon is kind of detracting from it. The fact that it's primitive. It could probably have something else to make it look a little bit more primitive, but primitive is what people in my area are looking for. So I think I'm gonna grab this. There's some neat ornaments in there. Sometimes these wooden ornaments can be German, but these ones are marked made in China. Also a hummingbird. There's some cute ones in there. I might try to move this over. I always do this and then it ends up falling on the ground. So there we go. All right, at this point in the season, anything that I buy Christmas-wise is probably going to end up being held on to until next year. So I have to choose wisely and decide, do I want to store this until next year? Now, I always get the comment that Christmas sells all year round, and I know that it does, but since I sell primarily through auctions, it sells best for me right around the holidays. It doesn't make sense for me to auction off Christmas in February. It just doesn't sell as well. So I try to keep it selling around the holidays, and then I box it up and I put it away. But I still like to look at it while it's out, and if it's good enough, I might grab it and hide it away for another year. I really love this shoe. I think that somebody made that as a craft, but it's really cool. Oh, there's actually a tag on there. What does the tag say? Handmade shoe ornament, $10. This is what they charged for that. I wonder if I could just buy the bag, take out the shoe, and then donate the rest back. I feel like I could do that. That one there definitely looks interesting. some beaded sequin ones. I think I'm going to buy this one as well. I really love those sequin ornaments. I think they're pretty cool. And then those beaded pieces, and then that tree has really got me, it's got me hooked. I think it's that tree that's influencing me to buy that whole bag. And it takes a lot for me to buy a whole bag. It's not usually an easy decision. There's Santa. The Christmas section is thinning out because normally, like the day after Christmas, they pack it all up and it's done. So they're probably not putting much out anymore. Alright, I think that's it for Christmas. I decided to take a rare peek over here in the artwork. I don't come over here very often. I just haven't had any luck over here in the artwork, and after a while it wasn't even worth coming over to look. But, you know what, we'll give it another try. I kind of like that down there, but I feel like that's probably a mass-produced piece. There's Princess. Chihuahua. That's neat. That's like a long vase thing. Again, that's something that would sell at my booth, but I don't feel like I really want to mess with that. I have enough stuff to hang on the walls. Alright, that's it for the artwork. Wait. Take that back. Check this out. This is cool. That is so great. $6.49. I think I will take that for $6.49. It's the shells. The shells just sold that. I'm a little curious about this bag here. It's the CIT hand-painted wall plaque collection. I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it. I can't imagine it's worth that much. But we're going to leave it. The baggies here at the store are mostly crafty stuff. What is that, though? That is... That's a fun applique. Yeah, mostly crafty things. It's always worth taking a peek, though. Alright, so here we are for the cart review. The only thing in here that I'm really having second thoughts about is that damaged basket. I think I'm going to put it back. Like I said, I sold one before that had some damage on it in my booth. But it took a while to sell. And even though, you know, somebody who really loves the basket could probably just use a stitch and stitch that together, I don't think that I want to be the one to facilitate that by sticking it in my booth. So let's stick it back up here. And I think, unless they will out a fresh cart, I'm going to take off. Okay, well, our total spend in there today was $62. And I feel like we did okay. We didn't get any real home runs. But I think I'm most excited about that little bottle that dates to 1878, I think it was. That was really exciting. I tried sending a picture to Andrew, but it wouldn't go through because of the signal. So I'll have to send him a picture and see what he thinks. But other than that, we got the second or the third piece to the Pioneer Creamer and Sugar I bought last week, which was great. And then some other little odds and ends. But I think we're going to do well. I think we're going to make some money. And that, my friends, is the name of the game. And I'm going to get out of here now. I'm going to head on down the road to the next Goodwill. But you guys are going to have to wait for that video. And I will see all of you tomorrow. So long.